When I think back to my past life, I realized I was in a place, especially in college and the time after that, where I was trying so hard to make everybody happy. I was trying to find my way, but in the process I got lost and couldn't really tell you what I really wanted because I became so confused of listening to everybody else and to the voice and the noise of the world and not really paying attention to that calling that God had placed on my heart of who He'd created me to be. And it brought me to a lot of pain, actually, and regret, because I was choosing things and doing things that I knew weren't good for me, and I knew that they weren't what God would want for me to do. But I felt this pressure. I don't really know from who, but just this pressure that I had to do this stuff to go along with the crowd because that's what everybody else was kind of doing. And it sounds a little pathetic, I know, but that's just the truth. There was a lot of peer pressure even still then, even though I thought that I was so, independent from that. But I was trying so hard. But there came a point in my life where that changed, where God spoke to my heart in a very profound way, and I realized that I was made for more and that I was loved. I was loved beyond my sins, I was loved beyond my mistakes, and that I could do something amazing and good in this world, and it had nothing to do with how I looked or my body or my relationships, but that I had something good in this world to offer because Christ had made me good. And that's the truth of all of us. God makes us good. He made us good, and we have something good to offer this world. There are a lot of forces in the world that try to pull and tear at our dignity. There's a lot of forces in this world that try to create that distraction and the noise in our life so that we can become so distracted about what everybody else is doing that we forget what we're called to do and who we're called to be. And we've been made for more than what the world offers us. And the world is a great place, but we've been made for more than that. And I just pray and hope that you can come to a place in your life where you can experience the grace and the peace of Christ's mercy and forgiveness. And you can accept the fact that, frankly, you're amazing and you're awesome the way that Christ has made you to be. And that He's called you to do something wonderful in this world. And that starts with realizing that we've been made for Him. We've been made for God. We've been made to do good and to be good and to share that goodness with others. And that kind of just starts with a relationship with the Lord, with praying every day that the Lord speaks to our hearts and that we are open and enough to hear His words and hear His direction. And it's just persevering in that and seeing God in other people. It can be a very difficult place in college to figure out where we belong and what we do. But the number one thing we must always remember is that we belong to Christ. We belong to Him. He loves us. He died for us, and He will not forsake us. He will make good on His promises. He will make good on His promises in us. I pray that you know that. I pray that you know your worth and that you're valued beyond belief.